Hey you guys, so today I'm gonna be doing a review. Sorry, I cannot get my words straight, but I'm gonna be doing a review. So I did last video, yesterday I did a whole recap of Perfect Match the finale, but I felt like that. So I've been doing basically videos of Perfect Match recaps, and I felt that I left something out. Like I left the most important part out of this, which was the kiss. The kiss and them having the receipts for the kiss. So, honestly, to just start off short, I'm Team Jess. I'm Team Jess 100%. Simply because, one, she had no intentions of stepping on anybody's toes. She was loyal the whole time. And she will stay loyal forever. And also, she was so supportive of everyone. And for her to just go through this again on a second show when it comes to finding love, I just feel so bad. And I don't know, I just don't like how, things played out between Jess, Melinda, and Harry. I feel like that I have to blame Harry and Melinda 100% for all of this. But I'm also blaming Jess just a slight bit because it's just you should have saw his red flag from the get-go. And I feel like that if it was me in this position, I would have known from the get-go to leave Harry alone. And just the way how he basically just betrayed a woman on this show. I'm sorry. Maybe I'm going too into Harry, but this is my truth. So anyways, we first start off, so with this whole situation, we start off with Jess and Harry having a relationship through the villa, being in the villa, staying in the villa, matching, talking things out. You got Jess saying you need to represent my daughter Autumn, just saying all this so wonderful stuff, I have a 10-year-old daughter. You got Harry playing along with it. You got Harry leading on Jess to the whole situation. And honestly, when I first saw Harry, I was this is not the guy for Jess. And even Jess said it at the reunion, this guy is not the one to lead with me. This guy was just never the one to lead with me. And when I was first thinking about this, I'm just it's just so, to me it's just so funny how Harry was showing all these red flags. Harry was yeah, I'm gonna be a good guy. I'm gonna be a good guy. I'm gonna be a good guy for your daughter. I'm gonna represent your daughter in a good way. I'm gonna be fine. And Jess was she was believing it, which, as you should. But it was just Harry was Harry was just acting weird. And it just didn't seem like they would be a good match. When I just first saw them, I was yeah, y'all are not winning Perfect Match. Because, Harry was just this one, this just one funny, hyper guy. And Jess was this calm. She also has a funny personality, too. But it's she's more humbled. And I feel that Harry had a big ego in this, and Jess was more serious about love. And Harry was in this for the game. Mind you, so you basically got them on different pages. You got Jess here for actually finding love. And you got Harry here doing this to stay in the game, stay in the villa, basically, and quote-unquote claim that he gonna have a relationship after the show. But it did seem like that things were going serious even after the show. But then I heard that they shortly broke up after the show. So now I question Harry, were you really serious about this? Or Harry, were you just trying to stay in the villa? Just trying to stay in the villa, win the money, whatever. And I don't know, I just find it so funny that out of all people, Harry is with Jess. It's just so funny because even before the show, I heard about Harry. And when I even saw him before the show even aired, I was this guy is just not the one. This guy is just not the one. Because it's just first of all, you're over here just laughing with other people, just laughing along. And I mean, yes, this show is a show where you're allowed to go around and cheat on basically cheat on other women, and you're allowed to go around and experience relationship with other women, unmatch with your current partner and match with someone else. So yeah, like this is kind of what the game is about. But it's also just like Jess was like holding on to you. Jess really loves you. It's the same thing with Kaz and Micah. So Jess really loved you. And you take it for granted. So you got a good man. So you got a good woman on your hands. You got a good woman to potentially be with you for the rest of your life. To change you, to switch you up into a better man. But instead, like you just treat her like she's like some little side chick and like play around in the whole game. I don't know. It was that like I felt like that Harry was holding on to Jess this whole experience, like this whole game, this whole season, and then like having other women on the side that he would talk to, flirt with, and maybe pursue something. Like, and if you look at even like the beginning of the season, when he gaslights Elise, that was full-blown gaslighting. Because it's just like, okay, like you say so then you go ahead and you go on a date with Jess. You say like me and Elise, we're just friends. And you like act like that you and like, I don't know. I honestly now don't really blame Harry for this, but it's just like, okay, like you decided to like find Jess as like your perfect match after you seeing Elise, but like you were claiming to not pursue anything with Elise. And it's like Harry wasn't 100% honest with Elise. And I don't know, Harry just reminds me of Jeremy, like Jeremy from Love is Blind season 6. If you guys don't remember Jeremy from Love is Blind season 6, he was like, he had a whole woman before going on the show. Like, it was, if you don't remember him, like, it's whatever. But anyways, like, he reminds me of that type of dude. He, like, doesn't really tell people the full truth. He tells people half truths. Like, it's just, like, the way how he just, like, lies is just so psychotic. Like, he wasn't really so upfront with people. Like, he wasn't upfront with Elise. So Elise kind of got robbed. But then it's also, like, Elise was very hypocritical. Because she also was holding on to Justin. And then last minute going to turn on him and pursue things with Brighton. So it's like, is this show really about... So basically on this show, you got people there actually finding love. And you got people there actually playing the game. And it's like, okay, so were the people who were matched up at the end were in this for like just a game and just and free vacation? I feel like that all the final couples that were there, besides Tolu and Chris, were here for the game. They were here for the game. I feel like that everybody was here for the game. Like, it just was not real. It just seemed fake to me. Elise, the way how Elise just played with Justin was very serious about this whole thing. It was just so bad. But anyways, getting back on to what I was talking about. So anyways, you got basically, it was like they did this whole thing where like, it was like, everyone can come back who left the villa, they came back. And obviously Melinda was there. And immediately when Melinda came back to the villa, you could already see her gunning for Harry. So Melinda was entertaining the whole situation. You basically had Melinda gunning for Harry, and then Melinda flirting with Harry, and Harry not being upfront with her and saying like, hey, look, I got something serious going on with Jessica. So like, I really can't pursue you right now. But I'm also just like, this is a game. So I'm kind of just like, okay, like, I mean, acceptable, but it's like, and like, you kind of a liar. Like, you're kind of a liar. And I probably see Harry doing this in real life, in my defense. But anyways, like, so basically, Melinda ends up going to sit on Harry's lap. And Harry then eventually takes Melinda to the picks up Melinda, like, towards the bathroom. And Harry kisses her. And before this, Melinda entertains it and is like, okay, like, they're not looking. Okay, you could kiss. And Harry kisses Melinda. So basically, Melinda was allowing for Harry to kiss her. And I felt like that Melinda kind of knew that Harry and Jess had something going on. So for that being said, why were you entertaining him to kiss you in the first place? If you were really that true girl that you claimed to be, you would have spoken and been like, hey, like, I don't want to play with, like, you and your relationship with Jess. I'm gonna go seek out another dude to go be with. In my defense, there were multiple guys that you could have played with. There were multiple guys you could have went for. And it's just like, isn't Harry too good for you? Like, don't you deserve a better man in the perfect match if you were really serious about love? Like Justin, maybe? Why did you go for Justin? You and Justin would have been perfect, in my defense. But I don't know, the whole time I was just like, it was just so weird how, like, she was just gunning for Harry. And then at the table, she was like, yeah, like, Harry kissed me. But it just kind of just seems like that, like, it just seems like her and Christine were purposely, like, trying to ruin, like, people, like, serious relationships. Like, I could just see it. It was just like people were just ruining relationships. People were just so, which I get it, it's a game, but it's like, is it gonna hurt you guys at the end of the show? Is it gonna break friendship at the end of the show? But it's like Melinda, like, basically entertained it, and then now you got Jess, who has no idea about what just happened. You got Harry, who lied about the situation. He doesn't know what happened. And then you got Melinda saying, like, yeah, like, Harry kissed me. So it's like, now what? Like, now another girl kissed my man on a dating show. Now what? Like, do I go home? And I felt like that from there. Jess should have went home. Because it was, and even when they show the proof in the reunion, he's even asking productions, like, hey, like, did you show the kiss? So Harry basically just a straight up liar. Harry is a straight up liar. Like, he's just a straight up big liar. I don't know how people still like him. Like, he's just a straight up liar. But it's also like, Melinda, don't be upset at Harry. But don't be upset for being in the situation when you were entertaining the situation all along. I felt like that she was entertaining the situation all along, and it's just only fair to blame the both of them. Like, she's like, it's giving Sarah Ann. It's really giving Sarah Ann. The way how Melinda went about things with Harry and letting him kiss her, she really does give Sarah Ann. So you got, like, so basically Jess is like so clueless of, like, what happened. And it's just really, like, kind of sad, because it's just like Jess really put all her heart out to Harry, and that's like, now Harry kissed another woman. And I'm surprised that Jess gave Harry so much grace. I'm so shocked that Jess gave Harry so much grace, because it's just like, you gonna give him that much grace when he just basically played you like that? He basically lied to your face. I would have been gaslighting him, just like how, I mean, not gaslighting him. I would have, like, not yelled at him, but, like, held him accountable. Like, it's just like he wasted her. It's just like yet another guy wasting strong woman's potential on this show, like, on dating shows. Like, yeah, another woman's time is being wasted on a show. And this just reminds me of just so many other toxic relationships I've seen in other dating shows on Netflix. But I'm just like, wow. Like, to me, that was just so shocking, because it's just like, okay, like, Melinda was entertaining it all along. Melinda let it happen, but you can't be upset now. Now you can't be upset. You can't be upset, because it's just like, you allowed it to happen. But then it's also like, Harry, also, like, you lied. And Harry is just not a loyal guy. He is not a guy's guy. He's not he is not for Jess. Like, he is not loyal, because if you were that loyal and if you wanted Jess so bad, you would have never let Melinda kiss you like that. Like, this show is for cheaters. And yes, like, I know it's kind of wrong to say that, but it's just like, I mean, yes, this is a game show, but it's also just like, men go on this show and claim that they're this serious about finding love, but then y'all, like, unfold and show your true colors. And then you, like, flip the switch, and then y'all do something wrong, then y'all try to gaslight yourself out of the situation. So it's just like, just say, if you're really because then, like, the people who are in here for marriage, just tell them that, like, yeah, just tell them that, like, yeah, like, I'm kind of in this for, like, the game. I'm just here to play the game. Like, and then it's like, it almost seemed like that Nick was expecting people to find love after the show. Like, I feel like that this show was just so unserious. And Nick needs to start realizing that, like, yeah, like, relationships after the show do not work. And now I'm starting to wonder, will there be another season 3 of Perfect Match if out of the 2 seasons we've seen so far, nobody has made it, nobody has gotten married, or nobody has had a long-term relationship after the show. It's like nobody ends up being with each other after the show. Everybody breaks up after the show. People are there just for clout. Are we gonna have another season? Like, does Nick see like where this is going in terms of love? It's going nowhere in terms of love, which is so sad. But it's going somewhere in terms of money. Like, if it's worth the money, then hey, have at it. But if you really want people to find love on this show, it's not gonna happen. Just be that upfront. Like that, just be that upfront. So my whole theory is that I'm Team Jess. Like, Jess was probably one of the only, and Tolu and Micah were probably the only serious people. Were probably the only people who were serious about like this whole show, like about love, basically. Like, I feel like that there was a lot of women here for clout as well. Like, a lot of women here to just start fights. Like, even Dominique. Like, I feel like that she was here to just, to be a drama starter. Like, it was just so embarrassing for the women. Like, I don't know. But yeah, so make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Comment down below whose side are you on? Whose team are you on? Are you Team Jess? Are you Team Melinda? Are you Team Harry? Comment down below. But anyways, toodles.